Hey guys, I hope you're ready for some extreme decluttering. I am going to do some massive decluttering and I'll be sharing with you a room makeover. We'll be doing some deep cleaning outside and cleaning up lots of real life messes. So let's get ready and let's do this together. Love you. Kids are gone. Time to get to work. Hello to all of my wonderful YouTube friends. How are you doing? Are you having an okay day? I really hope this is a wonderful day for you. If not, you have tomorrow. Tomorrow will be better if it's not. If today is a horrible day for you, but I hope today is great. I hope tomorrow is great. I'm feeling pretty good today. So I like to front load my weeks with the tasks, errands, or things that I don't really want to do or that I dread doing. I like to get it over with. So as my week goes on, it gets better and I'm finally feeling good. So how are you guys doing? When I have a lot that I want to do, a lot on my mind, I like to try to prioritize and make a list. I am a huge list maker. I have lots of lists on my phone. I like to write down what I want to do. And I'll be honest with you, half of that list I did not get done, which is okay because the main goal for this week was to declutter the playroom. I'm going to be doing some toy rotation, decluttering, donating, and a little bit of decorating in there. Oh, and organizing. So that was the main task and I got that done. So I didn't get a lot of the list done, but that is okay. There is tomorrow, there is next week. But I was starting out this day, so you saw the kids leave. Mike was taking the kids out of the house for the day. They were going to go have lots of fun. And I was gonna start decluttering. Our playroom has been driving me crazy ever really since we moved in. It just never got properly organized. I never properly decluttered everything because we moved, if you guys are new here, we moved into this house on December 30th. So we were packing and moving during the holidays. It was kind of hectic. I also lost both my grandparents around that time. So I just felt like I never properly decluttered. So finally I was going to go in. I was setting aside the time, get the kids out of the house so they can't be there to tell me they want something or whatever. And I was going to declutter and boy, did I declutter. welcome to Jamie's Journey. If you are returning, thank you for coming back and just making the time to hang out with me. I appreciate it because I know your time is precious. All of our time is precious. So the fact that you're making time to hang out with me, I greatly appreciate you. And if this is the first time you're coming over to Jamie's Journey, welcome. This is an amazing community. I think that's my favorite part about it. We just have an amazing community. You'll see it in the comment section. So feel free to introduce yourself, tell me where you're from. But every single week, you're going to find lots of hopefully motivating content, cleaning, organizing, just ways to make life easier. That's always my goal. I am a wife and a mother to 3 daughters. Life is busy, life is wonderful, and if I can find shortcuts, whether it's cooking or cleaning or hacks, that's my goal. So I would love to have you guys subscribe and come back every week or whenever you can, but just know this community is amazing and I would love to have you here. So I was trying to do a good job to show you the quote-unquote real life messes that goes on in my house. If you saw the refrigerator, I'm sure you guys saw those clips. What was on the refrigerator? I don't know what it is. It was just, I think it maybe was yogurt, but I'm like, were one of their hands filled with yogurt and then they touched the refrigerator? I don't know what it was, but between that and then the patio doors, which I'm going to be deep cleaning the patio later on. We needed like a little patio refresh and deep clean, but that patio door, the kids constantly touch it on the inside, on the outside, and it's also pretty dusty and dirty out there. We are in a neighborhood that's a fairly new neighborhood, and we are surrounded by houses getting built, so there's a lot of dust getting kicked up outside, so it was pretty dirty. And I love my hand steamer. This hand steamer, I'll have it linked below in the description, just does such a good job of cleaning any dirt off, but also leaving a shine without any streaks. I just couldn't believe how good it cleaned those window panes. And here, so the stainless steel refrigerator and dishwasher was pretty messy, and so I had my steamer out. I'm like, I'm gonna try it on the stainless steel appliances. I've never done that before. It did a fantastic job on the refrigerator, but the dishwasher, honestly, nothing can get the dishwasher streak free. No cleaning product. So I like to shine it periodically with baby oil that gets off any watermarks. When I'm done here with my little cleaning warm-up, that's something that I like to do. I just don't like jumping into a big project right away. Number one, it's just like with anything, it's like got to get your blood pumping, you want to get moving, and I just like to do like a cleaning pre-workout. And this is what I was doing, just popping around and doing all of the things that just I felt needed to be done. Picking up, wiping down the appliances and those window panes to the patio that had been driving me crazy lately. So I was doing that, and then I was going to go and tackle the playroom. So cleaning workout or pre-workout, super important. And not only that, but there's nothing more frustrating than tackling a big project. Maybe you're doing deep cleaning in a room or decluttering a big space. And obviously that's exhausting, right? So then you get done and then you come downstairs. Like for me, I'd come downstairs from the playroom and see this big mess in the kitchen, and I would just be frustrated and feel defeated because at that point I'd be tired. So I kind of like to get warmed up, number one, but then also kind of set a clean stage. So when I'm done with the big project, I can feel good and be like, oh, okay. Now the whole house isn't clean, but most of the house is clean. Okay, so coming in here, what I wanted to do was dump all of those bins out. I wanted all of the toys out, and I was just popping around and kind of grouping like things together. So here was my plan. A lot of these toys were repeats, or like, for example, we have a lot of baby dolls, right? So I was trying to put all the baby doll stuff, all the baby doll clothes, all of the princess dresses and dress up clothes, all of those in separate piles. And then what I was going to do is then hop around to each pile and then properly declutter each pile. But I wanted to look at everything first and slowly go through this. This was a very tedious project, but a lot of this stuff has just been compiled. That mop, so that's a play mop. I picked it up and it was sopping wet. I'm like, why is the play mop sopping wet? I have no idea. Kids always surprise you with something. I felt like it got better as they've been getting a little bit older, but I still find little surprises. But anyways, this was the tedious part about all of this, but I was going through every little toy. You know how kids get all those like little tiny toys from maybe a birthday party or different places you go. So lots of little toys, a lot of stuff that had accumulated. This is all toys accumulated from when Avery was a baby. There's 4 years between twins and Avery, and so a lot of this is just piled up from the past 8 to 9 years. So I'm like, all right, let's get to this and let's declutter and make this space a lot less chaotic. So what I was trying to do was, as I was going through this, I was not only setting things aside that I knew I wanted to keep and putting those in the piles, but I was also automatically throwing stuff away. Stuff that I knew that the kids didn't use or they didn't need. I was throwing that stuff away, and then I was also creating a donation pile. So most of the stuff we're giving away, we're donating, but of course I was coming across toys that were broken or missing lots of pieces or things like that I was able just to throw away, put in a garbage bag and get rid of. And then the other part to this was, like, for example, the girls wear dress up clothes every single day. They play dress up, they play house, they play school. So there is a lot of dress up clothes, but the girls use those every single day, that and like their baby doll stuff. So what I was going to do with those specifically, and some of the play food, we are getting rid of the play kitchen, or we're donating that. We're donating the play kitchen, but the girls still play with food because they'll play like house or something like that. And so with the play food, the baby dolls, and the dress up stuff, I was going to cut a lot of that in half, and then we're going to do toy rotation. And we have the perfect spot for that. I'll show you where we get to keep all of it. It's just the perfect spot in here. I was using, so if you notice those baskets I'm using, I'm repurposing baskets that I already had. So when we moved, there were a lot of baskets that didn't really work in this house, or different decorations or organizers. I've kept all of those. And this is a playroom. Yes, I want it to look nice, and you're going to see me add some decorations and curtains and all of that here in a little bit, but I'm not trying to spend a lot of money. Let's repurpose what we have. So I was using those linen baskets that we had in a closet in the old house, and then some white baskets. I know the white baskets really kind of clash a little bit with the linen baskets. They make them almost look yellow. But I just didn't want to have to go buy more linen baskets just to buy them when I had perfectly good baskets. So just trying to work with what I have. So here I was kind of bouncing around and trying to get stuff out of the room just to see it, just I guess to give myself some motivation. You know, when you see that progress, you see the room getting cleaned up, it kind of motivates you. So I was trying to, like, the stuff that I had piled up that I knew I was either throwing away or donating, I'm like, let's get it out of here. So I was doing that, and then just trying to keep the stuff that I'm keeping in this room, trying to organize that. But let's talk high point and low point to the week. If you guys are new here, I'd like to share a high point and low point to my week. Sometimes it might be more serious. Sometimes it may be really kind of stupid and like something very basic, but just sharing, I guess, my high and low point for the week. So the low point, let's start out negative so we can end on a positive. Low point is I've been having a little trouble running lately, and I'm not really sure what it's from. So I do lift weights 1 to 2 days a week. I will say I've kind of fallen off that bandwagon here for a little bit just because I enjoy running when it's warm out, and I know here in the next month or two I'll be inside working out 5 days a week, so I'll start kicking up maybe to three times a week lifting weights. But I've been running a lot outside, and I've been getting side cramps. And, you know I'm properly hydrated. I'm properly fueled with lots of protein and fiber and carbs. So I'm not really sure what it is. It has gotten better. I'm thinking it might be hormonal. I am getting ready to end my cycle, I guess. And so I'm wondering if that's what it is. It just never happened before during this time of the month. So I'm thinking that's what it is, because now that the cycle has fully ended, I don't have that issue. But for the past probably week and a half, every time I would run, I would start running and I would get a side cramp and I had to stop. I couldn't even, power through. It's important that I want to listen to my body as well. So just having troubles running, and I love running. It's my therapy. Just being able to go and not have anyone, like, I'm not looking at my phone. No one is bugging me. No one's emailing me, texting me. I have nothing to do. I can just let my mind go and be free. And sometimes I come up with my best ideas when I'm running, and it's just my me time. It's my therapy. So I've been kind of missing that. But like I said, it's been getting better since my cycle ended. So I'm thinking it was all just due to that, the joys of womanhood. But yeah, it was kind of a bummer there for a while. I felt like I couldn't wait to get back to running. Here. So I'm going to go and break all of these down. I'm going to save all of these until I organize the whole house, because you never know. I could repurpose them. I was repurposing things in there, so I will break these down, keep them. This is garbage. This is donating all of that. And then in here, this is the toy rotation. And I'm sure some of you guys are going to be like, you still have too many toys, which you wouldn't be wrong there. But I think one thing to keep in mind, and this is something I am keeping in mind, is we are stuck inside for 6+ months out of the year. We're inside, we're cooped up. And the twins are only in school 3 days a week for a couple of hours in the morning. And, they get on their tablets, they watch movies, they watch TV. But obviously I want them playing together, playing with toys more than I want them being on a screen. So we will probably keep most of these toys, and then probably right before, or maybe right after Christmas, I'll go through, because I'm sure they'll get some toys from our family. I'll go ahead and then get rid of more as we bring more in. But just something to keep in mind. Maybe this is just me trying to justify it, but if we were in a warmer climate, maybe I could justify it. But we're going to be inside probably from mid-September to late April, early May. So it's just something to entertain the kids. I want to get some plastic bins for the toys that I'm going to rotate. Get some curtains, a curtain rod, some wall art, some wall decorations, and the rug. And then I'll show you all of it. And we have a really good place for toy rotation. When I was in here trying to figure out where I wanted to put the toys, our storage right now in the basement is an absolute disaster. Like, I'll just show you. I'll have a clip here. I'll show you how bad it is. Like, it's so bad. Mike and I, it's on our list. I think once we get back to school, because it's so crazy right now, just like getting the kids back to school. Once they're back to school, maybe we'll take a Saturday or a Sunday, knock that out, but it is a mess. So I was thinking, I don't know if I can put the bins in there, but I know eventually a lot of that will go. It'll be cleaned up. We can put it in there. But then I was in here and I was like, we kind of have a perfect place, and that can remind me, because I think I said before, one of the main reasons why I didn't do toy rotation before is just because I didn't want something else that I would have to remember. But look at this space up here. It's above the closet. So what I said, Mike, do you think we have a couple plastic tubs we can put up there? Out of the way, you really can't see it. And I mean, when I'm in here, I'm sure if there's something up there, it'll occasionally catch my eye, and then I can be like, oh, perfect. We'll pull that down. So that's what I'm gonna do. So stay tuned. We'll finish up this room here in a couple of days. Do some toy rotation. So I got these plastic bins from Target when I went there the other day. We were school shopping for Avery, and we are going to pack this stuff up. I don't think I said my high point of the week, but the high point of the week is that Big Brother is back on. If you're a Big Brother watcher, I feel like we're a cult following. Not a lot of people love Big Brother, but it's something that Mike and I watch together, and it's a dedication. It's 3 times a week, but it's something that like takes me away from the day-to-day stresses and just lets me focus on just something completely different. It's something Mike and I do together, and I look forward to it every single year. So Big Brother is the absolute high point to the week. So this area could not have been more perfect for toy rotation. Obviously, we don't throw anything else up here, so it's just perfect. And it helps set a reminder. I don't know, just so happy to have this little area to put all of the toy rotation items. And then here, I wanted to add some decoration on the wall. I was looking at a bunch of different options, and I just didn't want to spend a ton of money because this room will eventually be either Addison or Emery's bedroom when they get older. And so I didn't want to put a lot of holes or marks in the wall. I also just didn't want to spend a lot of money. So I got these printouts from Etsy, and then I got some really cheap frames from Target. I was looking at Michael's, and I didn't find anything that I liked. And then I found these. They were $15 a piece for a frame at Target, and they were perfect. Just what I was going for. All right, so I got this rug just because I knew I wanted to add a little bit. I wanted to add something here in the middle. So I got this rug, and I like it, but I don't know. I'm on the fence. I like it, but when I put it down, I'm not like, absolutely, yes, that looks great. But I like it. So I guess I'll come to you guys. What do you guys think? Do you think we need this? Do we not? Before you answer. So with the twins being 4, actually 4, almost 4.5, what I'm kind of envisioning is putting a little table and chairs up here, right there in the middle. And we can keep some crayons and markers and those type of things. They're not quite at the age yet where I feel comfortable that I can fully trust them with markers and crayons if I'm not there watching them. So typically when they color or do any type of crafts, it's downstairs on the kitchen table. I'm always there. Do I think they're gonna do anything like color on the walls or color in other things? No, but we're not 100% out of the woods yet with that. So we're not gonna put a table and chairs up here yet. So that's kind of my vision, and I just think it adds a little bit of decoration, but also purposeful because a lot of the play will happen here. So I'm gonna show you guys some overviews of the room, and you can let me know, do you like it? Do you not like it? You can give me your opinion. I think the other thing with this was that it adds a little bit of color. It's a very cool room in here with the white cube organizers. I probably would have went with the wooden ones. Walmart makes a natural wood color one, but I'm not gonna buy new cube organizers just to get the color that I want. So there's a lot of white, obviously. A lot of gray. The walls are like a beige grayish color. So this is my attempt to kind of add a little bit of color, warm it up a little bit. So it probably looks like in person, it looks a tiny bit yellow, not yellow, like a creamy color. And these curtains, I know on camera probably look white, but they are for sure a linen color. They are definitely pull a slight, like a very, very slight beige color. So it warms it up a little bit. And I think that kind of all goes with this. So you guys let me know what you think. Yes to the rug, no to the rug. If you're indifferent, you can let me know as well. I'm also going to get the girls' opinion because this is their room. So I'll ask them when they get home. So we'll see. A few things I want to talk to you guys about. Ever since we moved in here, we haven't wanted to make marks or holes in the wall unless we absolutely have to. I think it doesn't matter if you have a new house or not. I think that's mostly the goal, but even more so, I think when you have a brand new house, you're afraid to mark it up or make any holes in the walls. So what we've been doing when we did the twins' room, we use these command strips. So they're command strips that hang picture frames. And so I also plan to use these. I'm going to add some family pictures in our basement. But it's just so nice because you can use these. You don't have to put holes in the wall. And then if you make a mistake or you want to remove them, it's okay. So we got these. I'll have them linked below. And then I came across these on Instagram. So they are hooks. So you can hang a curtain rod, but you don't have to drill into the wall. So they just stick. You can kind of see, they just stick. There's like, it's like similar to a command hook. They just, this little part comes off, they stick on there, and that's what we used up there. So it was really easy to hang. So if you're like me, I don't use a drill. I always have Mike use the drill for me. If you're like me, or if you just don't want to put holes in your wall, or if you're unsure, if you're decorating a space and you know it may only be like that for a year or so, get these. Make it a lot easier. So I will have both of these linked below, especially because in this room specifically, this is going to be either Addison or Emery's room. You know, I don't know, where is the bed gonna go? How are we gonna decorate it? This will be one of the girls' rooms. I don't know, I just feel like in this room, since we know it's gonna be one of the girls' rooms, I just feel better about not putting a lot of holes in there, because we'll probably decorate it when Addison or Emery moves in here. So just another option if you're looking for that. All right, so our patio needs a little cleanup, a little refresh. So we did this, we got new furniture and deep cleaned it. I think that was in May. So now that it's August, we have some bird poop on the patio, some lines from the doormat. I think everything just needs to be hosed off and wiped down and clean. I'm gonna shake the rug, use my power washer, just gonna make this a little bit cleaner. It's pretty.
Something's in the air. I can feel it everywhere.
Okay, so this was another day and I just wanted to do a little patio refresh. It was a nice day. The girls were kind of having a lazy day inside. They were playing school and then they wanted to watch a movie. So they were kind of having a lazy day inside. It was the weekend, so he was home and he was doing stuff in the garage. So I'm like, all right, let's go out and refresh this patio. This is one of our favorite parts about this house. When we moved in our old house, we lived in a neighborhood. We still live in a different neighborhood, but this neighborhood, we live on the outskirts of the neighborhood. We obviously don't have anyone behind us. We don't have any neighbors currently next to us, so it's just so quiet. And in the old neighborhood, it was just a very busy neighborhood. There was always someone outside. You could always just hear stuff. And I think that why we love this house so much is because we're in a neighborhood, so we get the benefits of having close neighbors by and safety and other kids for our kids to play with and ride bikes and all of that, but we also have no one behind us and it's quiet, and so that's why we love sitting out back. And I just have felt like the patio was pretty dirty because it's outside. We have a lot of dirt getting kicked up. They just started building a house a couple lots down. So a lot of dirt getting kicked up, and I just wanted to give it a good cleaning. I will have everything linked below in the description. The power washer, there was an attachment that helps put soap out on the concrete from the power washer. I'll have that. I will have the scrub brush and as much of the patio stuff I can have. I will have that all linked below.
Don't let me down, down, down. Don't let me down, down, down. I wanna be up, 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 so high. 'Cause I've been down, down, down. I've been down, so down, and I'm done. I'm aiming for the sky. Don't let me down.
But here in a minute, after I did this, I think it was actually later that night, Mike was putting the kids to bed. I finished up and then we were gonna sit outside and relax. I'll show you what it looks like at night. It's one of our favorite things to do. One of our favorite things we've been doing this summer, just Mike and I after the kids go to bed, enjoying our backyard.
I can see it in your eyes that lately it's been tough. Now there's
Will you stay with me?
So peaceful. If you guys are new, we actually lived in that neighborhood right across the street from this road. So it was really close, but it was a big neighborhood. We had someone, probably if you would cut a line halfway in our backyard, that's where our neighbor's fence line was, and then they had an in-ground pool. So we were used to having neighbors there. We had neighbors very close to us on each side. So it is just so crazy for us to just come out and hear silence. Or we hear the geese. They're very loud. They like to squawk. But I will take that any day over a house being close to us. Oh, this is my favorite, I'm telling you. And then the basement this fall, I know I'm gonna love that. So it's like, we got our back patio, we have our basement. It's just, this is what we wanted. This is my favorite part of the house, other than the basement.